What's up, family? I'm on my way to work, and today I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Lately, I've been excited almost every day. Let me turn this off. Recently, I stopped smoking again. Looks like my third attempt, but I'm telling you, every time I stop smoking, y'all, I see an immense amount of progress within myself, progress within my content, progress within my relationships, progress within my faith in God. Everything just starts to progress when I'm sober. And that may be different. That may be different for some people. Some people may feel like they need to smoke in order to operate or in order to feel like they're progressing, right? But I mean, to each their own. And me personally, I've noticed so much positivity. I've experienced so many great things by just, doing my body a favor and just fasting from smoking weed. Ever since I've stopped, I've been very consistent with my content. I've been very consistent on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And not only have I been consistent, but I've been seeing progress. I've been seeing my content do better numbers. My statistics are looking well. And I just look at it as a reward, for the sacrifice that I made. Now, I've had to make a lot of sacrifices recently leading up to this moment. I sacrificed my apartment. I sacrificed my relationship. I sacrificed weed. I even sacrificed my career a whole year ago. And so, really, this is about not being afraid to follow your calling. Not being afraid to listen to your calling. If you feel like you're being called to do something, the best thing to do is to just take action. I felt called to quit my job because I knew that it was a release that I needed. Although I was in a position where I could have, progressed within the company. Like, to the point, y'all, I was gonna be a whole restaurant owner. I was gonna be a owner of a fast food restaurant. That was the opportunity that was laid in front of me. However, deep within, I was not happy. I was not satisfied. I felt caged. I felt enslaved in the most literalist of words. And I just knew for a fact that although it was a good opportunity, it was not in alignment with me. It was not in alignment with my past. It was not in alignment with my purpose. And it was a tough pill to swallow, because when you're in a position like that, you kind of feel like, how can I explain it? You just kind of feel like you're not making the right decision. It's like, how can an opportunity this huge, how can I give up an opportunity this huge, right? But like I said, y'all, my mental health was at a decline. My physical health was at a decline. There was even problems in my relationship due to the job itself. It was causing more problems than progress in my life. And so I really just had to make that decision to just let it go. And ever since then, y'all, I've been so at peace. I've reached so many milestones. Like, glory be to God. Glory be to God. Because if it wasn't for God, none of this would be possible. If y'all are new to this channel, y'all might not know, but I'm very faith-based. I do things based off faith. Yes, I've been living my life by taking leaps of faith. And ever since I've done that, I have been so at peace. Yeah, there are still things that I can improve. Yes, there are still things that I need to make adjustments to in my life in order to really start to climb those heights that I want to reach. But me not smoking weed anymore, it brings me closer and closer to those goals. Like, I see it. Last night, y'all, I stayed up all night editing content. To the point I didn't go to sleep until 6 a.m., y'all. And I wasn't even, like, pooped. I wasn't even tired. I still had more energy. But I knew I needed to get some sleep because, you know, that's how you get your body to perform at its most optimal. Your body needs sleep. And I'm so sorry for the poor video quality, y'all. I am dashing at night right now. Well, yeah, I'm dashing late in the evening because I was deciding if I wanted to. I was deciding if I wanted to take the day off, but I decided to just come out here and just do a couple of deliveries and film this video for y'all. But yeah, back to what I was saying. My energy levels have been so high to the point one day I went to sleep at 5 a.m. and I woke up at 10 a.m. not tired. Like, I had so much energy, y'all. And with that energy, it allows me to get so much stuff done. And then on top of that, it's like, now that I'm not smoking, whenever, even if I do have the thought of smoking, or even if I do have the thought of how can I reward myself right now? How can I reward myself for all the success that I'm experiencing, all the success that's happening to me? How can I reward myself? And I always think, stay productive. Do something else that's gonna put you one step closer to your goals. Back then, I used to be like, okay, I'm gonna smoke. That's my reward. But in all honesty, it lowered my productivity, it sucked up my energy, and it made me spend unnecessary money, honestly, because I realized that smoking weed was not giving me any benefits. It wasn't beneficial. Like, okay, even if I was to reward myself with a smoke session, how and why does that give me so much euphoria? Why is that giving me any type of dopamine? Maybe I have to think all the way back to the first time I ever decided to smoke weed. What was it? Was it because I was just a product of my environment? I was just doing it because everybody else was doing it? Was I influenced to do it? Was it something that I thought was gonna make me cool or fit in? Is that why I think to myself, when I need a reward, I need to smoke so that I can feel cool? I don't know. It just makes me think. It just really makes me think, you know, especially with a sober mind. It's like, okay, even if I was to smoke right now, what am I getting out of that? What am I getting out of that? Besides the feeling of being high. Is that feeling of being high really that important? Is it so important that I'm willing to jeopardize my productivity, that I'm willing to jeopardize my future? And the future could be the next 10 minutes. The future could be the next hour. The future could be me getting up in the rising at a decent time. You know, like, the future is everything you do after what you just did. Anything that happens after what just happened. And so I'm really intentional about my next moves. So when I think, oh, I need a reward, I'm just thinking, okay, work on the next step. Work on your next plan. Simple. And I just been feeling good, and I've been on a roll ever since. We just got to the zone, y'all. So we live. We are online right now. Let me turn on my Instacart too. And we just caught us a very good order for the Giant. 23 units, 1.6 miles. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably like an $8.50 ratio. I don't know. I can't even do the math on that right now, but I know that's at least $8 per mile, which is awesome. We're gonna go ahead and shop for this order, and when I come back, we're gonna end the video because it's dark and I don't want to make the video too long. I like the lighting in here, so I might just close the video out in the store. So, but the moral of the story is, the moral of the video, if you got a calling, follow it. You have to bet on yourself. You should be your own inspiration, and you should show yourself what you're capable of. Make yourself proud, because when everybody turn their backs against you, you want to be the one person that you can count on, and God, of course. Dang, they ain't got no eggs. My. Shopping at 8:45. I think it's 9 o'clock now. Being inspired by other people is always cool. See, because that's what I do. I make content that people can relate to, and I motivate people, and I inspire, and I encourage people. So I'm not saying that you can't have a role model. I'm just saying you should be your #1 role model. Because at the end of the day, like, you the only person that can make shit shake. They can't do it for you. So just take that leap of faith and watch the benefits start to roll in. As always, I appreciate y'all for staying tapped in. We'll see y'all in the next video.